Coming up, there's a new sheriff in town at Angie's List. CEO Scott Durchslag is here with his initial take on the company and plans for turning things around.
Stand by for top of show with music full. Stand by D1 Sound, sponsored open with music. Stand by camera 3 with Gary. We're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, dissolve to Gary.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. He's held key executive positions at big name brands like Best Buy, Expedia, Skype, and Motorola. Now, Scott Durchslag, a Chicago native, is returning to the Midwest to lead Indianapolis-based consumer review company Angie's List. The company has been the target of much speculation about its future, including talk that Google and Amazon may take over that space. That in the wake of posting mostly losses since going public in 2011. Joining me now with his vision for answering the critics and turning things around, pleased to be joined by Scott Durchslag. And Scott, welcome to the program. Welcome to Indianapolis.
Thank you, Gary. Great to be here.
And I touched on this in the introduction, but I don't think there's any Indiana company that's been the subject of more speculation and more uncertainty in recent years. What attracted you to this opportunity?
Well, I really believe Angie's List is at the frontier of e-commerce right now. It really, if you think about it, it all started with Internet 1.0 information, Internet 2.0 transactions, e-commerce, the rise of Amazon, Internet 3.0 social, mobile, Facebook. It's all about relationships. Internet 4.0 is all about the power of place, and Angie's List has been all about that for the last 20 years. Local services is the essence of the power of place.
You're talking about, you mentioned the word local. That talk of Google and Amazon coming in and dominating the space doesn't concern you.
No, not at all. I've been competing against Amazon at Best Buy and against Google at Expedia. No, those are all about big scale, one size fits all solutions. The essence of the power of place is local and knowledge about who's the best plumber in Indianapolis. That's what you want. You don't care who the best plumber is in the entire country because you probably can't get them. So Angie's List has forgotten more than Google and Amazon know about this space.
And that's part of what you talk about as you look at the opportunity. The challenge here is kind of getting back and tackling the basics. When you say that, tackling the basics, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, really, it's about delighting customers and service providers. And, for us, it's about improving the experience on the website. And from a business point of view, it's looking at how do we reignite growth and revenues? How do we, improve and strengthen profitability on costs? And so we want to crawl and walk, run, and we'll start with what we do today, doing it better.
We have some video of the Angie's List headquarters location in near downtown Indianapolis. In the spring, the company announced plans for a major expansion, $40 million, involving lots of jobs. That was put on hold. Do you anticipate that those expansion plans coming back on the front burner?
Yeah, it's not a priority for us right now because we've got other things that are sort of at the top of the plate, but I look forward to that being a challenge later. Yeah.
As you look at your background, and I mentioned some of the companies, Best Buy and others, your educational background, your undergrad at University of Chicago, MBA at Harvard, so you have the academic pedigree, but also what does your business experience, how does that play into this challenge you have at Angie's List now?
Well, I mean, I really think that right now this is all about the movement really from what was initially kind of reviews and ad sales business was the history of Angie's List. Now it's moving into e-commerce and becoming a marketplace. I've been doing e-commerce for the last decade, so I think it heavily leverages that.
So at its core, Angie's List is a technology company. Consumer reviews, a lot of people would say, but it's really about technology. How important is that technology, your platform going forward to ultimate success?
Yeah, I mean, we're working right now at Angie's List on an absolute state-of-the-art platform, something we call Tampa. And it is modular, it is open sourced, it's all services that come in, and we're using a development paradigm called continuous delivery, which is, you know, post-agile, probably the most effective and efficient way to develop technology. And you will see technology being a big part of our basis of how we compete going forward.
Final question for you. You've said you're really you're betting your career on this. You feel comfortable with this. What is going to be key to getting to that level, to being successful in making things happen?
Talent. It's really about, you know, the talent and freeing them up in an environment where they can really be at their best. And that has been one of the most positive surprises to me coming to Angie's List. The culture is extraordinary. And, you know, I've heard talk that it has a certain reputation around Indianapolis. And I would say take a look at the new Angie's List, because what we're doing is state-of-the-art, and it really is bringing the best of the culture that's always been there into this new way that we're going to compete. It's going to be exciting. All
right. Scott Durchslag is the new CEO at Angie's List. Scott, thank you very much for being here. We look forward to talking to you in the future.
Thank you, Gary.
All right. And we want you to join the conversation, too. What do you think Angie's List needs to do to make that comeback? Let us know your thoughts right now on social media using the hashtag IIBTV.